Cad Goddeu, the Battle of the Trees. I was in many forms before I was freed from restraint. I was a slender, mottled sword, forged by a skillful hand. I was a droplet in the air. I was stars' radiant light. I was a word inscribed. In my prime I was a book. I was a lantern's light. For a year and a half together, I was a bridge that spanned 60 estuaries. I was a path. I was an eagle. I was a coracle on the sea. I was the effervescence in a drink. I was a drop of rain in a shower. I was a sword in the hand. I was a shield in battle. I was a ringing harp string under 9 years' enchantment and foam upon the water. I was a fire's sparking tinder. I was a tree in a forest fire. I am not one who does not sing. I have sung since boyhood. I sang in the treetops before Britain's ruler. I pierced the stall-fed horses of those whose wealth is in fleets. I pierced a great beast, horny-scaled, on whom were 100 heads and a fierce war-band beneath the root of his tongue. Another warband is found in each of his neck's napes. A black-forked toad with 100 talons, a serpent speckled, crested. 100 souls for their sins are tormented in his flesh. I was in the fortress of Nevenhir 9 when trees and vegetation attacked. Bards were singing and soldiers fiercely fighting. The resurgence of the Britons was brought about by Gwydion. On the Creator he called, on the one all-powerful, that he might aid them, the High One who made them. The High One answered him, by means of earth and word, conjure up majestic trees, 100 war bands in one host, and impede the vigorous one, the wealthy battle-giver. When the trees were conjured up, an unexpected source of hope, the trees hewed at the enemy with their tough tendrils. Around the armies they attacked for 30 days of battle. Bitterly a woman wailed and lamentation broke out. A woman in the van of the fight, the spoil, the buck of Anhum. No disaster befell us. From blood of men up to our thighs, the greatest cataclysm of the 3 that in the world have come to pass. And one came about from the flood and its fable. The gods sacrifice the second. The third is doomsday yet to be. Alders at the head of the file were first to strike, while willow and rowan were late to the fray. Spiky blackthorn eager for slaughter, the skillful meddler anticipating battle. The rose advanced against an angry host. Raspberry took action, raising no defensive palisade to protect his life. Privet and honeysuckle and ivy, despite the look of them, how fiercely they flew to the fray. The cherry tree taunted. Birch, despite his best intentions, was slow to don his arm, not from cowardice, but rather because of his bigness. Goldenrod kept his resolve, a foreigner over foreign torrents. Pine in the place of honour contended for the chair. Ash did fine deeds before the princes. Elm, despite his wealth, did not veer by so much as a foot. He slashed at the centre, the wing and the rear guard. Hazel adjudged the weapons for the fight. Dogwood of blessed life, a bull of battle, lord of the fray. A great host brings salvation. Beech flourished, and holly grew green. He was in the valorous combat, skillful, splendid, renowned white form. His hand dealt destruction. Vine the destroyer hewed in the battle. Bracken the despoiler, Bloom in the vanguard of the warband, was wounded in the rucked-up ground. Gorse was not fortunate, despite which he marshalled the forces. Heather, renowned pillager, was conjured into the army too. Black Cherry the pursuer, oak of the swift battle cry, heaven and earth trembled before him. Woad, a valiant warrior, his name worthy of record on wax tablets. The sickly tree's onslaught caused terror. He did repulse others and stabbed at them. Pear caused oppression on the field of battle. A terrifying array was surging clover. Shy chestnut, fierce adversary among mighty trees. Jet is black, mountain rounded. The trees are armed, the great oceans are swifter since I heard the battle cry. The crown of birch grows leaves for us, its vigour strengthened us. The crown of oak ensnared us with Maelveru's song. The laughing sea wave that covers the rock, a lord who disdains the shallow shoal. Not from mother and father was I made, and my creation was created for me from 9 kinds of element, from fruit, from fruits, from the first fruit in the beginning, from primroses and flowers, from blossom of trees and shrubs, from earth, from sod was I wrought, from nettle blossom, from the water of the 9th wave. Math conjured me, before I was completed, Gwydion conjured me, great enchantment wrought by magic staff. By Euris, by Euron, by Euron, by Modron, by 5 skilled enchanters, akin to godparents, was I raised. A ruler conjured me, when a great area was burned. The wisdom of sages conjured me, before the creation of the world, when I had my being, when the world was still small. A lovely poet of prophetic gifts, I possess in song all the utterance of tongues. I played in daylight, I slept in purple. I was in the citadel with Dylan, son of the sea. My bed in the centre of the fortress lay between the knees of kings. My 2 eager spears from heaven they come. In the silver stream of Anu, ready for battle they come. 80 men I pierced despite their greed. They are no older, they are no younger than me in their wrath. Every one had the passion of 100 men, and I had 900. My mottled sword wins me honoured blood. A lord arose from his burial place. My meek one was the boar slain. He made, he remade, he made languages and peoples. Radiant his name, strong his hand. He directed a host brilliantly. They scattered like sparks from a drop on high. I was a speckled snake upon a hill. I was a viper in a lake. I was a billhook wielded by wolf-headed warriors. I was a stout hunting spear. In my cloak, in my cauldron, I prepared not ill. 80 clouds of steam the cauldron brings to all. 5 times 50 bondwomen is its value with my knife. 6 yellow horses, 100 times better is my stallion, Melangan, as swift as a seagull. I myself am not tardy. Between the sea and shore I caused a massacre of 900 of the foremost warriors. Of ruby red is my round shield. Of glistening gold is my shield ring. None was born in the breach, none visit me now, except Goronwy from the water meadows of Airdriewy. Long and pale are my fingers, it is long since I was a herdsman. I shape-shifted into a champion before I was a man of letters. I shape-shifted, I circulated, on 100 islands I slept. I stayed in 100 forts. Druids, wise men, prophesy, Arthur. There is that which has been before, and it is of that which has been that they sing. And one came to pass because of the tale of the flood, and Flay's spear-piercing, and the judgment day to come. Like a splendid jewel in a golden ornament, thus I am resplendent, and I am exhilarated by the prophecy of the Fenirth. And thus ends the Cad Goddeu, the battle of the trees. May all who hear it be blessed. So may it be.